Hello there, and greetings, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back here with the episode of What's New, show we do every Saturday night, in which I pick an album that came out in 2025, and just basically give a kind of a review or a talk about the album. Sometimes it's more of a talk than a review, but basically just showing what I like and don't like, really. Okay, so the album I've chosen to do today comes from a classic, iconic band called the Doobie Brothers and their new album, Walk This Road, which I believe came out on June the 6th of this year. It's about 38 minutes, almost 39 minutes. 38 minutes, almost 39 minutes in length. And it's on the Rhino label, produced by John Shanks. So, of course, the Doobie Brothers include. I'm going to go off of my other computer here just because there's a ton, absolute ton of people guest appearing on this album as well. So you've got Tom Johnson here, lead and backing vocals. He also plays some electric and acoustic guitar uh, on various tracks on the album. I'm not going to give all the track breakdown. Really worth a, um, not really worth the time. People really want to analyze that. They can go and look through the back of the album and see it as well. Michael McDonald, background vocals, lead vocals as well. Hammond organ, piano, electric piano, accordion, and some acoustic guitar as well. John McPhee, he does slide guitar, mandolin, harmonica, resonate guitar, violin, some cello, pedal steel guitar, and other guitars as well. Patrick Simmons also doing lead and backing vocals here. Dobro, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, some keyboards, piano, not piano, mandolin, and guitars as well. So those are the main guys. Those are the members of the Doobie Brothers. In addition to that, we have a horde of musicians, which are also featuring on this album. So you got John Shanks. He plays mostly more instruments than anybody else on here, other than the members. So you got electric guitar, acoustic guitar, backing vocals, some mandolin, bass, drum programming, anyways, keyboards, banjo, Hammond organ, piano, and also some percussion. Sorry, I've got something on my eye. It's blinding me here. You got Victor Indro. I'm going to put my glasses on because it's getting hard to see with that. I'm going to move this over just a tiny bit so that I can access it a little bit better. So you've got Victor Indrezo on drums and percussion, Jeff Babco on keyboards, um, trombone, some Hammond organ, and then you got Pino Palladino on bass. You've got Woody Makowski on baritone sax and tenor sax as well. Dean Parks on electric guitar. I actually think I can see better without these. Jamie Horvanka on trumpet. Mavis Staples on vocals. John Cowan on backing vocals. Johnny Barmont on baritone sax. Bob Glob on bass. Mark Russo on horns, or at least horn arrangement and tenor saxophone. Joe Jaffe on horns arrangements. Um, Mike Rita on trombone. Marvin McFadden on trumpet. Jamie, wow, I can't pronounce that name. Multubarak on keyboards. Sean Hurley on bass. Charlotte Gibson on backing vocals, Bradley Giro on drums, at least programming, anyways. Mick Fleetwood also shows up here. I think he's on the final track, drums, along with Jake Shimbo, Shim, Shimabakatu. Looks like a Japanese name, on ukulele, and Henry Capono on vocals as well on the last track. So lots of lots of guesting on this album, no doubt about it. The main guy's doing most of the lead vocals, anyways, all the lead vocals, I believe. Pretty distinctive voices. It's not hard to figure out who's singing what on any given track. So there are 10 tracks on here. Absolutely. I don't know that this is a classic sounding kind of Doobie Brothers. To me, when I think of the Doobie Brothers, I think of those catchy kind of riffs and kind of poppy sound with some great guitar stuff and some like really kind of rhythm and bluesy type feel to it. This album is more has a little bit of some of those elements, but a lot of other elements as well. So you've got basically 10 tracks. I would say it's kind of a combination of a country feel. There's obviously some soul here at times on the album, some bluesy feel to it, country rock feel to it, and a little bit of that poppy rock feel, but not as much as I would like there to have been on the album. But there's still a little bit of that going on. So we're gonna just break down the tracks. Nothing here really for me is like a top-notch song or completely memorable, but a lot of pretty decent stuff. So Walk the Road. This is a heavy bluesy track. I would say lots of heavy beats with a little bit of piano thrown in. The vocals are beefy and, on one vocal side, and then the other ones are higher and raspy. And I'm not sure which vocalist is which. I'm not a huge connoisseur of Doobie Brothers, so I don't know which of these guys is doing what. Um, it's got almost a feeling like a bit of a gospel track, this track. So it was one of the tracks that I kind of didn't like. This was the opening track, Walk the Road. The next track, Angels of Mercy, I did like this track a lot better. Kind of a bit of a country feel to it, a bit of more of an up-tempo beat to it. The vocals are more middle range, not so deep or not so high like the first track, and some really interesting guitar soloing on this track. Probably the main reason I like that track. Next track up is Call Me. All these tracks are pretty much the same length, ranging in from about about 3.5, up to about 4.25 minutes in length. Nothing out that range, I don't believe. So this is Call Me, got a bit of a Tom Petty feel to it. It's poppy, but got a country swagger feel to it as well. The vocals are very nasally. I know the vocalist who does it. Can't think of which one of them it is. Some slide like guitar soloing. I don't think it is actually the slide guitar. It just has that feel like that. Learn to Let Go, another bluesy track. Very soulful, this particular track, though. The vocals are medium but thick, but have that soulful feel to them. I did like this track, though. Next track, this is probably my favorite track on the album. It's called, oh, sorry, I'm one track ahead. So, State of Grace is the next track. It's slow, melodic, almost a Christian like feel to it. The vocals are kind of slow and melodic as well. It's this track, so Here to Stay. This is probably my favorite track on the album. Very up tempo, um, more of a rocker than any of the other tracks that preceded it. It has that kind of Doobie Brothers feel to it. It's got a catchy beat. This track, I think, was easily my favorite on the album. Next up is That Last. The Kind That Lasts, sorry. Heavy bluesy vocal track. Um, it's got a bit of a bouncy feel to it at times. Nice piano, some nice sax on this as well. And there's a kind of a twin vocal sound going on at different points throughout the song. New Orleans is the next track, another straightforward beat. The vocals are a bit nasally. It's got a bit of a pop, pop, pop rock track feel to it as well. Boy, try to say that twice. Speed of Pain, another decent track. Got a kind of another Christian feel to it. Vocals are a little bit heavier, a bit more husky. Um, a sad, heavy song, very soulful, I think. And then the last song, which features Mick Fleetwood, sorry. I was trying to think of his last name there. I don't know why it was draining on me. La Hania is the name of the song. It's a bit of a slow but regular beat track, so it's just a continuously slow beat throughout the track. It's a bit of a slow pop sound, a little bit somber, a little bit more maybe on the kind of ballad feel to it, but it's not really a ballad, but it feels like that. So those are the that's the album as I see it. I didn't mind it. It was okay, but I don't think I'll be rushing out to get it or anything. It's not they're not really a band that I have followed intensely over the years. I do like some of their big hits, but I'm not a big fan of their deep stuff. I don't. It's not really that kind. I'm not really into that kind of music. It's a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. So, but still a decent album. So that's it for today. The Doobie Brothers. What's the name of the album again? Something for the road. I did forgot to remember Walk This Road. That's the name of the album. Actually, decent cover on the album as well. Probably the reason I was intrigued was the cover kind of intrigued me a bit to kind of listen to it and do it. So, anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want, you can make your comments about the Doobie Brothers, about the members of the band, about the album Walk the Road, or any of the stuff that I've talked about today, and leave them in the comment section. And you have yourself a good evening, goodbye, and have a good night from Prog Monster. Bye.